Fonmir feels different, doesn't it? Brighter. Aside from all the oozes, of course. Meyergons? Oh dear. They roam around some of the older ruins. Protectors of some sort, I think. Be careful. See that breach in the wall? I smell a shortcut. An Ayleid gate? How long did those invaders stay in Murkmire? Never mind. It must need a Welkin stone to function. Let's have a look around. worked! I guess we should see... Mara's Mercy! The aliens that slaughtered the Dreaming Hists tribe built all this? Well, they must have been here for centuries. Wait, I hear something. Cassandra! What did she do to the staff? Is that the Kajinjad crystal?
It is Falmia, and I would be lost without it. Farewell.
Cassandra, wait! So, she found a use for the Kajinjad crystal after all. Damn! Oh, goodness, language. Sorry, I meant... No! I did mean it! Damn! Without an empowered Vaka crystal of that scale, we're stuck here. No, it won't work. Did you see how the gate glowed yellow as she walked through it? And how these stones lit up as she passed? Somehow, I think this gate only responds to Argonian Vaka stones. Stones like the Kajinjad crystal. I thought I was supposed to supply the optimism. You're right, of course. We just need to find one that's been soaking up the sun's rays. Have a look around. I'll stay here and try to puzzle out another method, in case you come up empty-handed.
After all this time, this is all we could manage. A lifeless vault of gateways availing us nothing.
My lord, we have carved a golden path to the very frontiers of magical praxis. The Nexus is austere, yes, but...
You mean to convince me to abandon my search, don't you? The power of the Hist, the power of the Remnant, dwarves your golden path. I will claim the tree's power, no matter the cost. Souls do not just vanish, Hotern. Find them, or I will find someone else who can.
My lord, the Hist's magics are unlike any we've encountered before. The souls are pulled to a focus of some kind without finding the source.
The Remnant. It always comes back to the Remnant. Continue your research.
My lord, you wish to show me something?
Cast your eyes across this vast expanse. Tell me, what do you see?
Gates, my lord. A realm of doors and passages.
Yes, a sea of azure gates, none of which lead to the Hist. Perhaps we used the wrong kind of passage. Find one of these beasts' sun crystals. We have work to do. Try something else. They're lizards. They can't possibly just adapt to everything.
That's the thing. I don't think they are just lizards. I don't know what they are. Their physiology is... I don't know how they are even alive.
Keep trying. There must be some way to break them. They'll tell me their secrets one way or another.
We found a suitable stone, my lord. The arcane properties are unlike any I've seen before.
Yes, we should have been researching them from the beginning. The light of Magnus given form. Remarkable.
Integrating this new stone into our existing gates, the process will take time.
Time no longer matters to me, Hotern. I've made preparations. Even if it takes an eternity, I will discover the Remnant's secrets.
Rearranging the stone? Wait. You did it! You found another vodka crystal! Let's go!
to this. I have to kill you myself. Fine.
Watch out! She can't have gotten far. Hurry! Cassandra, don't!
You're too late, Poppy. I won't let you take this from me.
Wait! Don't touch it! I know why I'm here. I'm supposed to bring the Remnant back. The Remnant of Argonne. The Hist wants me to take it. Let's go. We need to ask Zukas and Jaksek what to do next. There you are. I'm sorry, it's very hard to concentrate. The Remnant called out to me. It wanted me to take it, but only for a short time. We have to be quick. For now, I think. But I can't hold this for long. This belongs... It belongs to someone else. The Remnant. I see now. It contains all the souls. All the souls of the ancient tribe. Their name was... the Root Whisper Tribe. Yes. Yes, that's it. I know what we have to do. Touching the remnant, I can hear their voices. Old, like stone and willow roots. The souls inside are confused. They escaped the Ayleids, but then... a life in amber. The Hist kept them safe inside, but... it was never meant to last this long. Go fetch, yes. Go fetch Zukis and Jaxic Orn. I can only hold the remnant. The three of you have a larger role to play. I'll explain when you get back. Please, hurry. I can only bear the weight of it for a little while longer.
Biko, you are back. As Mud is my mother, it is good to see you. The lightness in my chest tells me the remnant is safe. But what of friend Famia? Or the sick-minded Cassandra? I am sorry to hear that. In the end, I think it was pain that fed her madness. Maybe her spirit will find its way back to the Hist. I hope she finds peace. But wait, you said friend Famia is fine for now? What does that mean? Famia holds the remnant of Argonne? She should not bear its weight for long. Even with the Hist's guidance and blessing, dry folk are not suited for carrying things like that. I will go to meet her soon. You should seek out Jaxic Orn.
I loosen my lungs. It is good to see you, Swordkin. Sojay screams the victory chant. You reclaimed the remnant, is it not so? Yes. I still feel the sting of Star Blossom smoke in my nostrils. The Hist needs. Whatever the Hist needs, Sojay and I will deliver it. Where is Famia? I nod my head. A fitting place. Good. I will meet you at the tree.
Oh, you're here. Good. The Hist, it's telling me what we need to do. But we have to be quick.
Breathe, friend Famia. Just tell us what we need to do.
She does not look well. Maybe we should...
No, I can do it. You have to touch the remnant together. All three of you. I promise, you won't be harmed.
By the egg, are we inside the remnant of Argonne?
Yes. A dream, sealed in amber.
I did not think it would be so green, so peaceful.
The peace of the grave. This is a place out of season. Sunless. Unchanging. A place for hiding, not for living. We cannot stay here.
Rootmender, after all this time, it warms my scales to see you again. I sensed a twisted soul trying to claim our power. Had she succeeded, many would have suffered. Thank you for stopping her. Now all that remains is to set us free. Trapped, No. Preserved. Kept safe. The Ayleids who attacked us, they wanted our secrets and our souls. We used both to thwart them. With the Hist's help, the souls of our tribe retreated into the Remnant where no elf could follow. Safety is not an end in itself, only a means to ensure the seasons of tomorrow. Here, all is static. The trees do not grow. The tides do not rise or fall. Our souls grow complacent, adrift. We must return to the Hist. And for that, we need a guide. Yes, both possess old, wise souls. One must leave the waking world and remain with us, to guide the tribe down the river called Rebirth. Without their strength, we will surely be swept away. Speak with them. You will see they do not fear this task. Only a soul unfettered from the body can guide us. What you call death, we call change. There is no death in the Hist. All bodies pass to the mud, but the soul lives on. We rise and fall like the sun, gone for a time, but always soon to return. Difficult to say. There may come a day when you lock eyes with a hatchling listening to the wind, or chasing a gecko through the reeds. If that moment comes, though your minds may wander, your souls will know a joyful reunion. Trust in the Hist. You have many more souls to save, Rootmender. Many battles to fight. Just as you were born to aid them, Zucus and Jaxic Orn were born to save us, guided through life in preparation for this moment. Your heroism made this possible. Yes, in an old time, and not long ago, all at once, you fought alongside the tribe, deep beneath our sacred Hist. I long to see it again. Yes, our Hist pours its intention into the Remnant. When we leave and awaken to our new life, the Hist will wake too, ready to guide a new and vibrant tribe. So, you see, you do more than just save an old tribe. You make way for a new one.
I fill my lungs. I always imagined I would fall in a spray of curses and blood. But I see now that my passing will be unlike any Deadwater warrior before me. Quiet, but glorious all the same. I was born to die for my people. The duty is mine. I nod my head. Leadership in war is no different than leadership in peace. These souls may be disoriented, but deep down they wish to make the journey. Sojay and I will... Oh. I suppose Sojay will stay behind. I had not considered that. You are right. My egg brother waits for me somewhere in the world. On the other side of this journey. A comforting thought. I could not follow you into battle against Cassandra. Let me do this now. I will see these souls to the Hist. Zucus will try to take this burden on himself. But his tribe, all of Murkmire, would mourn him, and many long years may pass before he returns. The marsh would grow darker without him. If I pass, my people will not mourn, and neither should you.
So, one of us must remain here to guide these souls to rebirth? Well, my soul has made this journey countless times before. I will probably only have to ask the Hist for directions once or twice. I joke, of course. I would do this thing gladly. You ask me whether the words of an ancient ghostly sap speaker inside a sacred Hist relic can be trusted? No. If there was any other way, she would have told us. I can feel these souls' confusion, their uncertainty. They definitely need my help. Well, I could not have imagined I would pass on like this, and I am sad that I will not have an opportunity to say farewell to my tribe. But when the rains come, you can dance and drink your fill, or you can hide and go thirsty. I feel no fear. Knowing what you know of Jaxic, what do you think? She will not be happy at first. Deadwater warriors dream of death, but in the end, she is a child of the Hist. She will see the wisdom in it. The world still needs wise warriors like Jaxic Orn.
The winds shift, and the deciding season is upon us, Rootmender. Who will lead our tribe out of the remnant? In good times, we glide across calm waters, guided by the Hist's will alone. But when the weather turns foul, we must act on our own. The most consequential moments rest at these crossroads of faith and choice. In this moment, the choice is yours. In choosing Xukas or Jaxic Orn, you choose what virtues my tribe carries with it to the egg of their next life. What virtues do you hold in highest esteem? Do you favor temperance and cunning, or honesty and courage? Let that guide your judgment. Good. Nothing will prevent the tribe from feeling the Hist's embrace with Jaxic Orn leading the way. While Xukas does not make the journey with us, he still has much to do. A new tribe will gather beneath our waking Hist. Xukas will lead them. You must leave this place. Lay our guide's body to rest near the roots of our Hist. Place the remnant there too. With the Hist's guidance, your companion will do the rest. You have my gratitude, Rootmender. You have proven yourself a true Argonian.
Thank you, Rootmender. I swear on the Sap, nothing will keep this tribe from reaching the next life.
Easy. Easy now. You're all right. You haven't been out long. Well, you'd know better than I. When the three of you touched the remnant, it was like you instantly fell asleep. Your eyes kept fluttering, like you were dreaming. Xukas woke up first. Very quiet. I figured I should watch over you until you did too. She was dreaming alongside the rest of you. Then her breathing slowed and she passed. Xukas told me not to panic, that this was her choice. Still, he seemed pretty distraught. What happened exactly? Well, that's a comfort, I guess. Xukas said he had to prepare a ritual to release the souls from the remnant, I think. You should be there. He said to bring the remnant, but I think you should have the honor. Here.
Welcome back from the dreaming, Biko. The ritual is prepared. All we need now is the remnant of Argon. I see you carry its weight with ease. You truly are a friend to the Hist. and to me. Jaxic leads these souls to rebirth, but there is much to do here in the waking world. I will form a new tribe under this tree. We will live with cleverness, yes, but strength also. One day, Jaxic will return. We will be here to welcome her home. Go now, Jaxic Orn, daughter and Khal of the Deadwater tribe. Guide these souls down the river called Rebirth. Lead them into the waiting arms of the Hist. Remember, Root Brothers and Root Sisters, this is not a ritual of death, but of change. We do not mourn this loss, but celebrate the soul's reunion with the Hist, and all who have passed before. We bid them safe journey, with song and dance, and frills of joy. Let them know, as they pass on, that we are the Root Whisper tribe, and in this place, they will always find a home.
You there! The Ivory Brigade has need of you. You look like you've got your wits about you. Care to make a bit of extra gold working for Leowin's Ivory Brigade? I've been asked by my captain to find someone who can handle themselves. We need help with a delicate situation. Deadly secrets, assassins, murder. Now apparently a counselor has gone missing. Between the war, bandits, and cultists, the Ivory Brigade is like the Nord that tries to plug a leaking cask of mead, only to realize he doesn't have enough fingers. Talk to my commander, Captain Rian Leo. You can find him just outside the city gates, trying to appease some of the nobles. Tell him I sent you, and he'll put you right to work, I'm sure.
You have my word. If the Counselor is in Leowin or the surrounding countryside, the Ivory Brigade will find her. Not now, citizen. Can't you see I have my hands full at the moment? I'm sure a guard or one of my brigadines can assist you. Why didn't you say so? Leowin's problems are legion, and now the Wood Elf Archer's predictions seem to be coming true. Damn these old Imperial secrets. Counselor Jirik has disappeared, and the Ivory Brigade is already spread too thin for my liking. The Wood Elf, Everly Sharparrow, she brought news that the Dark Brotherhood was targeting members of the Elder Council, all because of some secret of the Longhouse Emperors. We took her warning seriously, but Jirik refused Brigadine protection. With that guild of assassins, I'm not sure what to think. But Jirik is missing, and I don't have enough brigadines at the ready to conduct the proper search. You look capable. So, care to earn some gold and help us determine the Counselor's fate? Here, let me update your map. These are places Jirik visits during her daily routine. If something befell her, it happened somewhere along this path. Meanwhile, I have Everly Sharparrow checking locations in the city. She was very eager to help. Interesting. She arrived a short time ago with a tale straight out of a mystery novel. She said that Emperor Leovic's former steward had been murdered by the Dark Brotherhood, killed over some secret pertaining to the Longhouse Emperors. Ah, then you must be the associate she was waiting for. She'll be glad to hear that you've arrived. Evely presented her evidence to Councillor Leviticus, that the members of the Elder Council were in danger. He decided the threat was credible. Councillor Leviticus has kept her close, while the two of them try to make sense of this so-called secret. I have yet to be made privy to the details. With Jirek's disappearance, I'll send Evely to check places the Councillor frequents in the city. On paper, Countess Caro rules Leyawiin, but in practice, the Chamber of Legates governs the city. Legates Tebezako and Amhalu, and Councillor Leviticus. They handle day-to-day tasks. Me? I'm commander of the Ivory Brigade, Leyawiin's militia.
Captain, are you really trusting the fate of Count...
destroy you?
Now, I want to crush you personally.
Yeah.
Counselor Jirek? Oh, pardon me. You're not the counselor. Apologies. I heard you stumbling about and thought it might be Counselor Jirek. Oh, no one important, I assure you. I'm simply one of the counselor's aides. I help her with paperwork mostly. Run errands, that sort of thing. She initially refused the captain's offer, but she received a letter that made her uneasy. Last I saw, she was headed back to the city by way of the Eastern Gate. But she never returned to her manor, so I came to look for her. Please, find her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pico, over here.
Someone!
Rock Grove begs for
Anyone!
your aid.
Help me! I refused to believe, but Farrell, Leviticus, they were right. I was attacked. An assassin. You must warn the others, the counselors. Leofic's secret, it will be the death of us all!
Counselor Jirek! Damn, we're too late! Damn it. Looks like we were both too late. It's just like I expected when we found that list with all the counselors' names on it. I hate being right when somebody dies. Glad to see you made it here, by the way. Did you happen to see who killed her? The mark of the Dark Brotherhood, just like Farrell Lupus. Remember I said I was going to find Leviticus? Well, I did. And turns out, he's the head of the city's Chamber of Legates. I just wish another person hadn't died because of this damn secret. The secret of the Longhouse Emperors. It has something to do with the 4 ambitions of Mehrunes Dagon. I think they're Daedric weapons, but that's all we know so far. Remember, I was working for Farrell Lupus. He sent me to find that strange tome. Right, and we found that list with all the counselors' names on it. Farrell's too. The one that suggested they all knew something about the ambitions. Since Farrell was murdered, I figured the others were in danger too. Looks like I was right. Let me have your map. This is where Counselors Valeria and Sophis were last time I checked. Go warn them. Convince them the threat is real. Then meet me at Counselor Jirek's manor in the city. Maybe we can find something more about this secret. I'll get the city guards to come and gather the Counselor's body. She shouldn't just be left out here. Then I'll head to Counselor Jirek's manor. When you're done checking on Counselor Valeria and Counselor Sophis, meet me there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah!
We weren't expecting visitors. Are you here to see the counselor? Are you here to speak with Counselor Sophis? I'm afraid my husband has taken our dog for a walk. Is there something I could help you with, perhaps? Danger? What are you talking about? Does this have something to do with that letter? And who are you, by the way? Captain Rianne? I see. Well, if the Ivory Brigade sent you, my husband likes to walk our dog Chero along the tree line. Go on and find him. I'll wait here in case he returns. My husband, Vaylin, received a letter from an old friend this morning. Farl Lupus, Emperor Leovic's steward. I could see that whatever was in that letter upset him, but he didn't want to discuss it, and I didn't push him. Now please, go find him. So long. They should...
Vaylin! No! Oh, Vaylin! Oh, my love! What happened? I thought Captain Rianne sent you to protect my husband! You know, Vaylin acted strange after the letter from Farl Lupus arrived. He didn't tell me what it said, and I never asked. Before he left today, he gave me a sealed scroll, said to give it to Counselor Leviticus if anything ever happened to him. A scroll, sealed and bearing my husband's stamp. Take it. Give it to Counselor Leviticus. I hope it helps catch whoever murdered my husband. I'll summon the town guard. They'll help me with my husband.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Stay alert. I have it on good authority that I'm in... Step back and state your business.
I have every reason to believe that my life is in danger. If you so much as make a threatening gesture, the Brigadine will dismember you. He has very strict orders on that regard. I was beginning to suspect as much. Very well. Tell me everything that you have learned. Leave nothing out. I want to hear it all. Lupus, Emperor Leovik's old steward? And Jirik as well? Gods, they are targeting the Elder Council. Anything else? Tell me. The slightest detail could mean the difference between life and death. The ambitions? I heard that term once before, years ago. I must go to Tidewater Cave. I have a cache hidden there, and I need to check my records. Meanwhile, I suggest you find Jirik's files. She kept them in a hidden compartment in her nightstand. Possibly. I oversaw the Imperial Treasury, so my records deal with expenditures and collections. I have documents going as far back as Emperor Morikar, possibly even Durkarach, and I know I saw that term someplace. I will see what I can find. Extremely well. We were rivals as well as colleagues on the Elder Council. It was that way between all of the counselors, I suppose. Her death is a tragedy, however. I will miss her.
Poor Counselor Jirik. What happened to her? It's so awful. I was the last one to talk to her. I should have gone with her. I should have been there when it happened.
I'm glad you're here. I've been searching all over, but I could use your help. This place is huge. Why do rich people need so many rooms? Oh, but tell me, did you warn the counselors like I asked? Sophus is dead? Damn! Was it the Dark Brotherhood? What am I saying? Of course it was! I've torn this place apart, but so far I haven't found anything related to Imperial secrets or the ambitions. Maybe you can spot something I missed. I knew you'd be a help, but I didn't expect you to just have the answer the moment you walked in. Good job! Councillor Jiric's bedroom is upstairs. Let's see if we can find that hidden compartment. Hidden compartment? I love it! I mean, I hate that people have died, but... So, what did you find? Let me see that. That's a code, all right. Some of the other documents I found use something similar. You know, I'm really starting to hate all this secrecy surrounding the ambitions. I'm almost certain of it. And Councillor Leviticus knows my brother. We talked about him a bit when I arrived. If there isn't a qualified scribe nearby, I can send for my brother. Let's go to Leyawiin Castle and talk to Leviticus. I can't help feeling that once we solve the secret of the Longhouse Emperors, we'll know how to stop the Dark Brotherhood from murdering any more of the counselors. I'll see you at the castle.
Yeah! Yeah!
I need your report, mercenary. Word reached me that Councillor Jiric was murdered. What about Sophus and Valeria? And did you find definitive proof that the Dark Brotherhood is our culprit? That's the Black Hand, symbol of the Dark Brotherhood. I wish Jiric and Sophus had allowed me to assign brigadines to protect them. At least Valeria, however reluctantly, agreed to a military escort. Did you and Everly uncover any other information? It appears that Councillor Leviticus's trust in the Wood Elf was not misplaced. Very well. You and Everly can head in and talk to the Councillor.
Don't hesitate to report any suspicious activity.
Captain Rian and the Ivory... You must be the mercenary that Captain Rian told me about. And I see you're working with Everly Sharparrow. Good. Good. I assume you have something to report. I'm listening. Damn it all to oblivion and back. I should have taken Faro Lupus more seriously when I received his letter. This is definitely the mark of the Dark Brotherhood. Anything else to add to this? Yes, that's the Longhouse Emperor's code. Only a handful of Imperial scribes can decipher it. I know one. Baragon. I'll send for him at once. Meanwhile, we must warn the remaining counselors on the list. Eivor, Valeria, Itinia, and Vandacia. Very good. I've sent messages to Itinia and Vandacia already, as neither of them are currently within Leowin's jurisdiction. I need you to go to Fort Blueblood. Counselor Eivor has taken refuge there, but I'd prefer to have her here in Leowin. Everything we do now must be swift if we are to get ahead of this. Go to Fort Blueblood and convince Counselor Eivor to return to the city. She'll be safer here than at the fort. Sadly, no. Whatever Leovic confided in Faro Lupus and the others, whatever he ordered them to do, he kept it a complete secret from me. I suppose he assumed I wouldn't go along with anything illegal or Daedric, and he was right. I was, but the Elder Council was made up of almost 24 counselors. According to the list Evely Sharparrow brought me, only 7 counselors were privy to this secret. Make that 6. I have no idea why Leovic listed me among that group. Who knows what was going through Leovic's head when he wrote that entry in his journal? Varen and his rebels were literally pounding at the doors of the palace at the time. And Leovic wasn't totally in his right mind even before the rebellion.
Fort Blueblood? That's to the east across the river. I'll meet you there.
Yeah.
Oh, your sense of style is uniquely eye-catching. Would you be willing to assist me?
Yeah.
Counselor Leviticus and Captain Rian sent me. I need to see Counselor Eibor now.
And what about my sister? She hasn't been seen since she took the Counselor her meal.
Counselor Eibor was very clear about this. She doesn't want to be disturbed. Oh, another mercenary. Is our Ivory Brigade so enfeebled that Captain Rian must resort to hiring sellswords? Look, as I told the Wood Elf, Counselor Eibor was quite insistent. She doesn't want to be disturbed. All right, enough. I can see when I'm being overruled. Very well. I give you permission to enter the watchtower. Counselor Eibor's safety is now in your hands. Lurius? Oh, something about his sister. She's another servant here at the fort. Works in the kitchen, I believe. Apparently, she brought the Counselor her meal. He says she never returned, but the servants look for any opportunity to sneak off. The Counselor demanded we protect her. Said her life was in danger, but refused to give me any details. Imperial confidentiality, she insisted, above my station. I put her up in the watchtower, and assigned a couple of brigadines to guard her.
Oh no! Counselor Eibor's been murdered! But where's the servant? Of course they tore out the pages and took them, just when we were so close to finding out more about the ambitions. Eibor's meal is still warm. So what happened to the servant that delivered it? The Dark Brotherhood's calling card. We have a door locked from the outside, a dead counselor, and a missing servant. Did the assassin take off with both the torn-out journal pages and the servant? Anyway, they not only murdered Eibor, they probably know how to find the ambitions now. See that rope hanging from the top of the tower? Bet my bottom acorn that's how the assassin got in and out. But the missing servant... something about that is knocking on the back of my head. And why would the Dark Brotherhood take those pages? Maybe, but everything I've read about the Dark Brotherhood never suggested they would be interested in weapons of war, if that's even what the ambitions are. Damn it, we're loosing arrows in the dark here. Let's tell Commander Orton about Eibor.
So, will Counselor Eibor be returning with you to Leyawiin? Am I finally going to be able to get my fort back in order? Murdered? Gods, keep your voice down. Do you want to start a panic? Tell me what you found in the watchtower. Let me see that. A black handprint. The sign of the Dark Brotherhood. But where is the servant, Talais? Is she involved in this fiasco? And how did she and the assassin get out of the watchtower? My brigadines never left their post. Well, that explains some of it, but not all. We need to locate Talais. Since you're already involved in working for Captain Rian, I want you to quietly try to find Talais. Start by talking to the other servants in the kitchen and dining hall.
Your sister is fine. This one is certain.
Then where could she be? She would never neglect her duties.
Probably found a dark corner and someone to snuggle with. This one does that. Pleasant days, visitors. How can this one assist you? Ah, Talais. She worries her brother so. She asked me where we kept the hot root flakes. Counselor Eibor sprinkles them on every dish. I told her they are in the pantry, but you need the key from the kitchen to unlock the door.
All right, grab a broom and start sweeping.
What? No, that's Talais' job.
And do you see Therese anywhere? No. The servants come to the kitchen to mutter and gossip. This one will not have it. Misaba asks that you do not distract them overly long, as they are already naturally lazy. What is it that you need? That young woman. She has not returned from the watchtower, so her chores remain undone. And she took the pantry key with her when she went. It is no longer hanging on its hook. That is a clear violation of the kitchen rules. A clear violation. The pantry is in the cellar, but the door is around the side of the building. Therese mumbled something about how the counselor loves hot root flakes, grabbed the key and the tray of food and went off. This one hasn't seen her since.
I suppose now I have to do Therese' chores as well as my own. She owes me one, and I aim to collect. She took the counselor her meal and hasn't returned. Did you check the watchtower? Ebor's a little old, but maybe Therese decided to improve her station, if you catch my meaning. Eibor reeks of fear. Maybe Therese finds that attractive. Well, she's been acting like a frightened guar since she arrived. Stays locked up in the watchtower. Only lets a single servant in at a time. And I hear she's been burning papers. Documents of some kind. She's scared out of her wits, if you ask me.
Before we check the pantry, let's talk. So, what did we learn? Counselor Eibor was frightened, but that's understandable. Interesting that she was burning documents. Her journal indicated that she knew more than the others. And Therese visited the pantry before heading to the watchtower. Couldn't hurt. And every mystery novel I ever read taught me you should always follow up on every clue, even the ones that seem insignificant. Let's check the pantry and see if she was looking for more than hot root flakes down there. Dark Brotherhood murder... Oh no! We need to talk about this! Alright, I think I figured it out. The assassin followed Therese down here, murdered her, and took her place so they could gain access to the watchtower. Pretty clever, but they didn't have to kill her. No, not from what I've read anyway. I thought they only killed those whose names appeared on their contracts. I can't imagine anyone asked them to kill a poor servant. Yes, but we still need to check on Councillor Valeria. And someone needs to go to Gideon and make sure that Councillor Van Dacia is alright. Can I leave those tasks to you? I want to return to Leyawiin and consult with Councillor Leviticus. Oh, good point. Before you head out, report to Commander Orton. Tell him what happened to Therese. and how we think the assassin slipped into the watchtower undetected. His Brigadines need to be able to recognize an imposter when they see one. After you report to the commander, make contact with Councillors Valeria and Vandacia. Valeria went to Tidewater Cave to get her records, and Vandacia works in the Gideon Courthouse. Cracked acorns! I suddenly had the weirdest feeling come over me. Yes. No, I don't know. We were talking about the counselors, Valeria and Vandacia. Suddenly I had a premonition. It was brief and disturbing and mildly unpleasant, like the dreams I've been having. But this is the first time while I was awake. Remember I told you about that strange book I found? The one with the Daedric writing that I can't read? I've been having bad dreams since I found it, and the dreams are becoming more frequent. This time it happened right while we were talking. It was just a flash, but it was accompanied by a feeling. I felt a sense of overwhelming evil, all tied up in the figure I saw in my mind. Like someone held a portrait in front of my face for just a moment and then pulled it away. It was one of the Waking Flame cultists, I think. Someone powerful, in command. A dark silhouette wrapped in a cloak. I'll never forget the feeling it invoked. It was like a wave of hopelessness. We can deal with this later. Let's get back to it.
All right. You talked to the fort's servants and rummaged around in our pantry. What's the verdict? Did you find the missing servant? That's... Oh, that's horrible. Are you sure? No. Of course you're sure. No one would lie about something like that. I'll tell her brother what happened and send someone to tend to her body. Gods, what a day this has been.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
the mercenary. A few moments later, and you would have found an empty cave. Your timing really is impeccable. We've already packed up my records, and we're about to head out. But what news of the other counselors? Did your warnings reach them in time? All 3 of them? That's disheartening news. Well, I'll take my records to Leyawen. Perhaps between the 2 of us, Counselor Leviticus and I can ascertain what past incident has returned to haunt us. Oh, just a lifetime of public service and bureaucracy. Mostly financial records, but also meeting notes, ledgers, those sorts of things. I oversaw budgets and finances, the collection of taxes, public works, and I kept immaculate records. That's good to hear. Emperor Leovic loved to hide things in coded documents. But what about Counselor Vandacia? Do we know if he's still safe in Gideon? Perfect. Remind him he's too old to play the hero, and I want to see him in Leyawen Castle immediately, if not sooner. These Brigadines will make sure I get to the city safely. Me and my records, both. Godspeed, mercenary.
Yeah.
I was attacked in the streets of our fair city, Keshu. I demand you deal with the criminal post-haste.
Your guards did their job, Counselor Vandacia. The prisoner is secure.
And what's this? More assassins? Explain yourself immediately. One attempt on my life today is more than enough. If you're another one of those Dark Brotherhood bastards, I assure you, you won't find either myself or Governor Keshu to be easy prey. Warn me? As always, Leviticus offers too little and too late. I received the letter, same as the other counselors. My personal guard took the threat seriously, and we captured the assassin in the act. But what of my esteemed colleagues? Are they safe? Dead? All 3 of them? This is unimaginable. Feral Lupus's letter suggested the Longhouse Emperors left behind a secret that would prove to be a threat. But I thought he was just being melodramatic. Has Leviticus determined what this is about? 4 ambitions. Never heard of them. How could something I know nothing about make me a target of the Dark Brotherhood? It's got to be a mistake. You must question the prisoner. Get him to confess and reveal the truth of this sordid affair. Governor Keshu locked the prisoner in the holding cell in the courthouse basement. Question the villain, and find out why the Dark Brotherhood is trying to wipe out anyone who was part of the Imperial Elder Council. I'll head for Leyawen afterward. I wish there was something I could tell you, The letter I received suggested that some old council business was the cause of all this. Why the Dark Brotherhood would be interested in such menial affairs, I'm not sure. I'm completely baffled. As I said, I never heard the term. The Longhouse Emperors were enamored of secrets and code words, though. Perhaps I encountered it, but it was called something else. If you think it might be important, ask the assassin when you interrogate him. I'm not sure how relevant my ancient history is, but I was appointed to the Elder Council by Emperor Durkarach himself. I helped guide the Empire through most of the reign of the Longhouse Emperors. Sadly, my role in guiding the Empire often put me at odds with the Emperors. I was rarely privy to their secrets. I'm afraid I can't shed any light on that particular mystery. Keshu the Black Fiend. War hero, progressive Argonian, and governor of our fair city of Gideon. I serve as an advisor and bureaucrat. Nothing more. I have deep roots in Gideon, so I try to do my part to keep the wheels of government turning.
The cell door is open. What happened here?
Poured something on the lock. Hit me.
Some sort of acid.
And
Feed
escaped.
right through the lock. Look, there's more of it on the floor.
He ran that way, toward the old ruins.
He almost knocked me over. How rude.
He attacked this legionnaire and ran into the ruins of the old city.
You're persistent, I'll give you that. All right, let's chat. Do you make it a habit to read other people's mail? That letter is personal and private, full of sensitive information. Well, aren't you a fast reader? If you chased after me because of something Council Van Dacia told you, well, he lied. If the Dark Brotherhood sets out to kill you, you're dead. We don't make mistakes. We don't fail. Not ever. I haven't killed anyone. Not recently, anyway. And if you're talking about our calling card, anyone can dip their palm in black ink and slap it on a sheet of parchment. Look, we received no contracts. I'm here on different business entirely. Good question. If you figure it out, let me know. I certainly owe someone for the bruises the Councilor's guards gave me. Now, as much fun as this has been, I really do need to get back to my daring escape. Best of luck with your mystery. Tempting, but no. I detest so-called places of justice.
So, the mercenary from Leyawiin has returned. Tell me, were you able to capture the assassin? Or perhaps you killed him in battle once you caught up to him? I am eager to hear the news. Allow me to peruse the document, if you will. Proof positive that the Dark Brotherhood is in Blackwood. We must find this sanctuary and destroy it. What did you expect? Such lies fall from his lips like rain from the sky on a stormy day. Villains never freely admit their guilt. The evidence is right here in this letter. Meet me in Leyawiin and we'll share this information with Leviticus. What? Oh, my personal guard are nearby and these legionnaires are sufficient. You need not be concerned. As for Keshu, she had business to attend to. Gideon business. I saw no reason to distract her from her regular duties. Now to Leyawiin. Dark Brotherhood. They must be driven out of Blackwood.
I still can't figure out why they would be targeting us, Vandacia.
Eliminate the threat first. Then we can...
All of the remaining counselors in Blackwood are gathered here in the castle. Valeria, Vandacia, and myself. While we await the arrival of the scribe I sent for, tell me what you uncovered in Gideon. I'm not sure I agree with Vandacia's assessment. Yes, I remember reports of their presence early in Morikar's reign, but they were driven out. The assassins must see this as the perfect opportunity to reclaim their base, but what does that have to do with Leovik's secret and the ambitions? Vandacia, Valeria, and I were just discussing that. We think Leovik had each of the counselors unknowingly working on a different aspect of the Ambitions project. They each had access to a piece of the puzzle, but no one but Leovik knew everything. That's our prevailing theory. If the counselors ever came together to compare notes, the truth of the Ambitions would be revealed. To stop that from happening, the Dark Brotherhood was sent to kill my colleagues. Indeed. Very curious. Still, I'm hesitant to take the word of an admitted killer at face value. Not with so much at stake. Regardless, their very presence still poses a threat to all of Blackwood. The Sanctuary cannot be allowed to reopen. Jirik's and Sophis' documents contain information written in Imperial Code. I sent for the scribe Aragon, but he has yet to arrive. Until then, the counselors will remain safe within these walls. You have done well so far, and have my thanks. Whatever the truth behind the murders of my fellow counselors, we can't allow the Dark Brotherhood to gain a foothold in Blackwood. I'd like you and Evely to go to Bloodrun Cave to ascertain the situation there. Talk to Evely and make your plans. Until we know more, I'm not prepared to engage in an all-out war with the Dark Brotherhood. No, better to send you and Evely to investigate the situation. Then we can determine if a more forceful response is warranted.
Hey, partner! All right, you heard Leviticus. Time to get back to work. While the counselors stay safe in Leyawiin Castle and wait for the scribe to arrive, we need to find out what the Dark Brotherhood is actually up to. Show me that letter you found in Gideon. Yeah, these are definitely orders. It mentions Bloodrun Cave. That's northeast of Leyawiin, toward the edge of Blackwood territory. Well, as the spinners always say, the best way to find out what's happening in the clearing is to step into it. Of course it does. Nothing has been easy since I found that strange book and started chasing down Leovik's secret. Well, are you still interested in solving the mystery of the ambitions? Will you come with me to Bloodrun Cave? The counselors should be safe, so meet me at Bloodrun Cave. We need to determine if the Dark Brotherhood is behind the murders or not. Either way, that sanctuary is a threat to Blackwood. I just hope I don't have another one of those waking visions. Remember back at Fort Blueblood when we found the murdered servant? I had a vision of a shadowy figure. It was a robed and hooded cultist. Order of the Waking Flame, I think. It was brief and powerful, over in a moment, but the figure felt evil. What else could it be? The book seems very old and it's written in a language we can't read. Just carrying it around, it feels heavy, oppressive. Like a burden I didn't know I had. But Lupus sent me to find it. It must be important. I don't know. I'm an archer, not a Daedric scholar or anything. I don't think I should let the Order of the Waking Flame get their hands on it, though. And maybe one of these visions, if I have any more, will actually help us figure this all out. No, but that last vision I had was clearly a warning about the cult leader, whoever they are. They're powerful and evil. So, bad dreams or no bad dreams, I think I'll hang on to the book, just in case. I'll meet you at Bloodrun Cave.
Bloodrun Cave is a dangerous place, whether the Dark Brotherhood is present or not. You and Evely should be on your guard at all times. Watch out for each other. I would hate to lose operatives as valuable as you two have been. Evely brought word of a threat against the former members of the Imperial Elder Council, including Councillor Leviticus. The threat seems to be related to a secret of the Longhouse Emperors, a secret concerning something called the Four Ambitions. We don't actually know. We sent for an Imperial scribe to decipher the coded documents you found, but they have yet to arrive. In the meantime, we've been doing everything we can to protect the counselors from Dark Brotherhood assassins. Leviticus, Valeria, and Vandacia are safely ensconced in Leyawiin Castle. Unfortunately, we couldn't save Jirik, Sophis, and Eivor. You found the Dark Brotherhood's calling card at every scene, yet the assassin you met claims they killed no one. Assassins are not the most reliable source of truth. Still, that's part of what we're sending you to their sanctuary to determine. Good luck, mercenary. We're all counting on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Leave it to an outsider to bring a curse down upon a sacred shrine. It was a joke.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But what if we are wrong? Not even my strength can hold back an entire brigade.
Just stay out of it, Ninjas. We have lost too many lives already. Yours need not be included.
Yeah.
Eat it, eat it.
Yeah.
Challenge what you know. If you're courageous enough, all. I offer no mere prestidigitation, curated magical sensations for people of all nations for only a modicum of monetary demarcation. A coin and I would be delighted to comply. What captivates your soul? To witness life through another's brows? The soar in freedom between the clouds? To see to those wrapped in shrouds?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Glad you made it. I wasn't looking forward to going much deeper without you. So this is Bloodrun Cave, huh? Creepy. You go on ahead. I'll follow behind you. Make sure nothing tries to ambush us. I'll catch up farther in. Check the letter you found. It said something about a door located deeper inside the cave. And there was a strange line about death being the key, whatever that means. Go on. I'll follow along shortly. This looks promising. That creepy black door. That's gotta be the entrance to the Dark Brotherhood sanctuary. I doubt it's as simple as turning a knob, because that door doesn't have one. Let me see that letter you found again. Wasn't there something about a key? Gutted, untold danger, long trek, clear out. Ah! Here it is. And remember, death, my brother. That's the key. I don't know. Maybe it's a passphrase? I've read about things like that in some of my mystery novels. Go knock on the door or something and see what happens. Go ahead. See if that passphrase opens the creepy black door.
Still looking for your murderer? Well, you've come to the wrong place, my friends.
We found the Black Hands beside every body.
Must I say it again? You've been duped, and the Dark Brotherhood has been set up to take the blame. Haven't we had this conversation already? The Dark Brotherhood didn't murder those counselors. I have no quarrel with you, and you none with me. Now turn around and leave before you force me to do something you will definitely regret. Leowyn demands, does it? Very well. This sanctuary belongs to the Dark Brotherhood. It has for a very long time. I have been given the joyous task of reopening it. I assure you, we're a business. We have no designs on Leowyn or the Councilors. Obviously some enemy of the Councilors who wants to confuse you, throw suspicion on the Dark Brotherhood, keep you chasing after shadows while they accomplish whatever it is they hope to do. Perhaps we can work together to... What? Now what? Cultists, portaling in. Quickly, secure the sanctuary.
That's the Order of the Waking Flame. What are they doing here? Come on, we need to figure out what's going on. This can't be a coincidence. Did the Waking Flame cultists follow us here? The Waking Flame is definitely trying to occupy this sanctuary. But why? Those cultists...
Fall back! Close the portals! Warn the High Priest!
Oh, I think not. All right. What were we discussing before they so rudely interrupted us? I assume this will satisfy your masters in Leowyn. The Dark Brotherhood is not your enemy. The Order of the Waking Flame invaded our sanctuary and killed my brothers and sisters. I can't let them get away with that. Seems to me the cultists didn't want you talking to me. Didn't want you hearing me tell you for the 100th time. that the Dark Brotherhood didn't kill those counselors. If you ask me, those are your murderers. The Order of the Waking Flame. Opportunity and motive. Look, I don't know what that may be, and I don't want to know. But I do want to step through this portal and stick my dagger in their High Priest's throat. Care to come along? Good. Now you'll see how a Dark Brotherhood assassin deals with unsanctioned targets. And please notice that I won't be dropping any notes or leaflets along the way. Come on. Let's go before the portal closes.
Stay with the assassin. I'll inform Captain Rian and Councilor Leviticus about the cultists.
An alien ruin. Not the worst place for a Daedric cult to hide out. Let's look around. Oh, looks like I'm not the only one who leaves important papers lying about. Give that a read, why don't you? Their High Priest actually ordered them to kill us! Close approximation of our calling card, but that entire pile is obviously a forgery. So the Order of the Waking Flame killed your counselors and placed the blame on the Dark Brotherhood. Then their High Priest sent his followers to kill us. Care to enlighten me as to what this is actually all about now? All this fuss and bother over an old Imperial secret? Let's review what we learned. The High Priest of the Order of the Waking Flame sent cultists to the Sanctuary to eliminate both my Dark Brotherhood assassins, and you, and the Wood Elf. Obviously the cult has someone watching you. They knew exactly when to attack, certain we'd all be in the Sanctuary. Plus, they were after some cache hidden there. So who are these cultists? And how well do you trust your masters in Leyawiin? I'm not suggesting anything, just following the clues. If the cultists are Dagonists, then their High Priest is probably a true fanatic. This secret must be pretty important, and most likely pertains to death and destruction. Let's keep searching. Let's see if something deeper inside this ruin points us to the identity of the cult's High Priest. Figure out who they are, and you may learn more about this secret than you ever imagined. Oh, and you still have that amulet. It might come in handy. Because I owe them for besmirching the good reputation of the Dark Brotherhood and for ordering the deaths of my brothers and sisters. And because now, I'm curious. It's like an itch that needs to be scratched. No. The orders suggested it was placed in the sanctuary after we abandoned it the first time. We hadn't finished reopening the place, and I hadn't run across any hidden caches. Another mystery, I suppose. Let's keep looking. This door looks impressive. Let's see what's on the other side. Over here. Voices.
We failed to kill all the assassins, and the Wood Elf and the mercenary are still alive.
Yes. The High Priest isn't going to be happy about that, but we retrieved the cache hidden in the old sanctuary.
With the contents of the cache, the High Priest should be able to determine where to find the first ambition.
Agreed. And we will soon have the location of another one of the ambitions. As just another Imperial Counselor, the High Priest has them all fooled.
Now that's something new. What do you think? Sometimes listening provides the answers we seek. It seems their High Priest is actually one of your counselors. That explains how they knew your movements. And they found whatever they were looking for in the sanctuary. I'd rather not know any more about this damn secret. It's cursed. But did you see how they opened that portal? They used their amulet on the pedestal. You still have the one we found. Let's find another pedestal and see if we can follow them. Keep looking. We need to find a pedestal like the one those cultists used. That pedestal looks promising. Let's talk before you try. This may work. It may not. We may open a portal that takes us to the cultists, or we may open one to some dark and deadly corner of oblivion. Still, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So, ready to try something daring? It looked to me like the cultists used their amulet on the pedestal and opened a portal. Examine the pedestal and see if there's a place to fit the amulet. These Dagonist fools think they've gotten the better of us. Let's prove them wrong. Well, we have a portal. Now to find out if leaping into it turns out to be a good or bad. too late. The location of the ambition was sent to the High Priest. What was that about an attack on Leowyn Castle? So, now I know who needs to die for this grave insult to the Dark Brotherhood. Councillor Vandacia, the High Priest of the Waking Flame. But what do you make of that journal entry about the first ambition and an attack on Leowyn Castle? They got what they were after, and now they're sending their forces to kill the rest of the councillors. With the other councillors dead, Vandacia will be the only person who knows the secret of the Longhouse Emperors. And Vandacia will do everything in his power to get his hands on those documents. I suppose your course is clear. You need to return to Leowyn Castle as quick as you can. I'm going to stick around and deal with a few more of these Waking Flame cultists. I still have a little anger to work off after that attack on my sanctuary. I suggest you return to Leowyn Castle with all due haste. I'm an assassin, not a soldier. I've done my part. Now go do yours. When I'm finished here, if Vandacia is still alive, well, then we'll see what we shall see. That portal should take you back toward the exit, or to some terrible plane of oblivion. One or the other.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Get those doors open. We need to get to the counselors.
They're barred from the other side.
Mercenary, you've returned. Everly's attempting to breach the barracks. Go! The Waking Flame cultists created a distraction. And like raw recruits, both Everly and I fell for it. As soon as we left the castle, they swarmed the place and barricaded themselves inside. I'm not sure. By the time we realized the distraction was nothing more than a ruse, the cultists had locked us out. If the cultists harm Leviticus, Vandacia, and the others, I won't rest until they pay. What? Are you certain? Vandacia has served Blackwood and the Empire before that for more than 50 years. Enough. We need to get inside. Then we can determine the truth of all this. Find Everly by the barracks and assist her.
Steady. Wait for it. Now we can go in. Let's... Oh, you're here. Oh, thank Ifra you're back. Captain Rian and I... They tricked us. Lured us out of the castle. Now the place is locked down and I don't know if any of the counselors are still alive. I've mucked this up real good. Vandacia? That traitor! He tricked us! Lied to us! Had his own colleagues murdered! And all to get his hands on a few Daedric weapons? But Lyrinth, the Dremora, she told me that the fate of the world was at stake. We need to reach the counselors. Yes, the barracks connect to the rest of the castle. Since I dispatched the cultist guards, we can get to the counselors and the legates this way. Let's go, but stay alert. We're not sure how many of those cracked acorns are waiting for us in there. Hurry! We need to reach the counselors! I can't believe Vandacia fooled us, or that he's in charge of these fanatics.
Vandacia, how could you?
Valeria, with everything in stake, how could I...
Counselor Valeria! No! Aragon? When did you get here?
I came as soon as word arrived from Councillor Leviticus. I was with him when the cultists attacked, but we got separated.
We have to find Leviticus. Come with us, brother. We need to stick together.
You traitor!
I will finish what the Longhouse Emperors started, Leviticus. I will set loose the power of the Four Ambitions. Lord Dagon, hear your High Priest. Send forth a champion to destroy these men.
Disobedience and obeys the death of a mortal!
Don't worry about me. Deal with that creature.
Councilor Leviticus, you're alive. Let me get you out of here and somewhere safe.
Vandacia. The bastard fooled us all.
Friend of my sister. Come, speak with... Now that we're out of immediate danger, I will say it is good to see you again. I only wish it was under better circumstances. I have good news, however. I deciphered the code in the documents you recovered. I'm not sure. I only translated a small bit of the code before the assault began. It mentioned a vault to protect them, which I assumed to mean the Ambitions. It's hidden in the Ogel Bok, but I'm not familiar with the term. Argonian, perhaps? It sounds like it, but I'm not sure. I haven't reported to Councillor Leviticus yet. Since it looks like he wants to talk to you now, please inform him of my findings. And tell him I apologize I wasn't able to decipher anymore. Let Councillor Leviticus know what I deciphered from the coded document. That the vault that protects them is hidden in the Ojel Bok. I wish I had been able to finish translating all the documents before Vandacia stole them. And you as well, my friend. Thank you for continuing to assist my sister. I know she can handle herself, but that doesn't mean I don't worry about her. I imagine he didn't think I had time to decipher any of the coded passages. I barely had a moment to look at the documents when the portals opened and his cultists burst in. Luckily, I'm very familiar with that particular code. It was my specialty. Alas, my adventuring days are long past. I'm much more comfortable these days with a quill and ink instead of a sword and shield. I'll stick around and ask if Councillor Leviticus requires any more of my services, though. As long as I'm here.
Vandacia will...
Vandacia? A high priest of Mehrunes Dagon? Has he been a Daedric cultist all these years? I failed to see the signs, and now the councillors. They're all dead. Valeria, Sophis, Eivor, and Jirik. Yes, of course. The Sanctuary. I suppose this proves the Dark Brotherhood wasn't involved in the plot to murder us. What else did you uncover while you were away? It's worse than that. Vandacia wrestled the documents you acquired from the other councillors away from the scribe. Once he translates them, he may know the location of all 4 of the ambitions. Ojel Bok. I've heard that term. It's Argonian. I believe it refers to a natural formation deep in the Blackwood Marsh. But Vandacia was more familiar with that region than I. I know someone who can help us, though. I believe you already met her. If the term leads us to the vault, so be it. All we can do is follow the clues we've been given. Talk to Keshu the Blackfin. If anyone can help us navigate the wilds of Blackwood, it's Governor Keshu.
Damn! I can't believe Vandacia is a traitor and a cult leader. And he killed Valeria. Almost killed Leviticus. He's been ahead of us the entire time. We can't let him get to the ambitions. We just can't. All right, we have a plan. In the meantime, we saved Councillor Leviticus, cleared the Dark Brotherhood of the murders, and determined Vandacia is the traitor and leader of the cult. You did good, my friend. Here, your share of our compensation. So, the information from the former councillors points to an Argonian location. Someplace called the Ojel Bok. Vandacia ran off with the documents before we could learn more. Now we need to figure out what it means before his cultists beat us to it. No, but Councillor Leviticus has heard the term. Says it's a landmark in the Solzan territory. The document suggested it's a site connected to the 4 ambitions. Maybe where the weapons are stored? We need to consult with an expert on that region. Governor Keshu of Gideon. Councillor Leviticus says she knows the swamps and bogs of Blackmarsh like the back of her hand. So, can I count on you? Will you come with me to Gideon to talk to Keshu the Blackfin? We'll meet up in Gideon. We can talk to Governor Keshu there. She has to know about this Ojel Bok thing. She has to.
Von Dacia, a cult. Counselor Von Dacia, a traitor and a Daedric cultist. I can't believe he had us all fooled for so many years. But that's a matter for another time. Evely tells me you have a lead for finding these so-called ambitions. Counselor Leviticus was right to send you to me. In Argonian, Ojel Bok roughly translates as Pit of the Outsider. There is a natural formation to the south that bears the name. Unfortunately, it lies in territory claimed by the Sul'Zan tribe. The Sul'Zan are a savage people, Nagas, who revere the forces of death and chaos. You must traverse their land to reach the Pit of the Outsider. The Nagas recognize no authority other than themselves and their leaders. They do not welcome visitors. South of Stone Wastes, in the heart of Sul'Zan territory, I suggest caution and stealth. Try to avoid starting a war with the tribe if you can at all help it. Bring whatever you find back here. Gideon will keep it safe, I assure you. Ojel Bok, the Pit of the Outsider. It's a natural formation located south of Stone Wastes. Just proceed carefully, as it lies in the heart of Sul'Zan territory. I suggest you meet Evely on the outskirts of their territory and go from there.